Good morning, everyone. Coach Storm here, reminding you to focus your fitness, master your atmosphere. I'm so excited to start talking about some of this subject matter, and you guys are going to sit here with me at my desk as we go through some of this because I need to be able to reference some of my material in real time so that I can actually show you guys a lot of what it is that I can share with you in real time, some of this material and the actual websites that you can go to reference on your own for my scholars who actually want to see evidence-based practice, which I'm really big on. Um, Anyhow, so what is mental health? Okay, what is it? We discuss mental health in the from a scientific standpoint and the medical field as anything that encompasses your chemistry in your brain. It could be your mental fitness in terms of how you can how uh, are you able to make decisions, whether it be a sound decision, an incoherent decision, your judgment, how you see the world. Do you see it from a optimistic lens? Do you see it from a pessimistic lens? That sort of a thing. But when we think about mental health in terms of lay people, mental health is everything that includes our emotional, our psychological, and our social well-being, and that is every feeling that you have on a day-to-day basis, whether it be excited about the day, whether it is feeling very down, for no apparent reason, whether you have specific triggers that allow you to go into a certain state, and you have triggers that allow you to be really happy. It's everything from how you view yourself in the world, whether or not you have low self-esteem, to how you react when someone says something to you that you don't like, your response, your patterns, the things that you've learned from childhood, and the things that you may patterns that you may have, you know, taken on without you even being aware of it. So, if we are talking about during this series mental health problems in terms of things that have caused your mental health to be what I call to be in an exacerbated state, meaning you're thinking, excuse me, allergies are acting up. Your thinking, your mood, and your behavior have now gone out of a state of what relative stability to a state of instability, meaning that for whatever reason you're not able to make logical decisions. Maybe your perspective on certain situations are skewed. You're not seeing it from a realistic lens. You're seeing it from maybe an altered place in your brain at that point. And a lot of things can and factor into our mental health. Biological factors such as genes or brain chemistry. I'm going to even throw this in here now. Environmental factors in terms of how you were brought up. Not even saying that someone abused you or that you experienced trauma, but maybe watching how your family members interacted with each other, whether it was healthy interactions that you observed or whether they were unhealthy interactions that you observed. All of those play a part. It could also be life experiences such as trauma or abuse that you experience, and if you have a family history of mental health problems or a family history of patterns, dysfunctional patterns is what I'm going to say specifically as it relates to mental health problems. Mental health, well-being, and healthy mental health usually comes from a solid foundation of family initially, because a lot of what we take on in our development happens very early on. And this is one of the large reasons that I study science and really became just infatuated with it, just obsessed with learning about psychology and how the brain functions, is because a large part of what we develop and that we see coming into fruition in our adult life were things that actually happened to us between the ages of 0 and 5. And so if I take my own personal situation, for that, just for an example purposes, so between the ages of 0 and 5, I'll say even goes to 6, I experienced parental separation. I experienced, shortly after the age of 6, my father passing away. And so we went from a place of having a two-family nuclear household to a single family home, at one point when my parents separated, until now not having a father figure in my life at all, all from this very, young age. So all of those things encompassed with like my own personality and things like that made me who you see today. Okay, so I'm going to stop this video here because I want all of these videos to be really super short, but we'll come back with part 2 of what is mental health in just a second.